We have in the studio Lauren Daigle. So we celebrate this day, this moment that you've arrived with us in the studio by saying bagels with Daigle.
Oh, yes.
We got
Yes.
bagels.
We got bagels.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Look
We've
at
been
the
talking
bagels.
about this for weeks.
This has been a plan for ages.
Okay.
You don't have any gluten intolerance or anything, do you?
I won't today. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, oh my God.
No, I don't. I'm
Would you like
joking.
yours toasted?
Did y'all bring toasters in here?
We
really?
have a toaster.
Down
we can
the
get
hall.
that too. Down the hall. Jimmy right over there. Jimmy's a
Oh
Vietnam
my
veteran. We
gosh.
salute him for his service.
Hey, thank you for. Okay. Is that real?
That's true.
Thank
no, it is
you
real. We
for
wouldn't
your
joke about
service.
that.
I
Yeah, we told him
appreciate that
earlier to go
so
to
much.
Western Bagel. He's like, Western Bagel? No, I'm going to Whole Foods across the street. What am I going to drive himself? So forget that.
I'm an everything bagel girl.
You are?
Is that?
Okay.
Are you an everything bagel guy?
I'm going to be the cinnamon raisin. That's me.
Oh, you like the sweet.
I do.
Okay, I'm about that everything bagel.
Is that the everything bagel right
I
there?
think so.
What's an everything bagel?
It's with seeds and
got everything
goodness
on it.
all over it.
Okay.
It's got everything.
So
on
she
it.
wants that toasted. Jilly can't.
I can't.
Gluten.
Allergic to
Kevy?
gluten.
Oh, surprise me, Jim.
Surprise him with the toasted. Jim, I'd like a cinnamon raisin toasted.
You don't have to toast mine, Jim.
Oh, so
I'm
you can
good on
hand him
toast.
his right now, in fact, then. Surprise him.
Oh, do
want
it.
a bagel.
Do it. Flying
Yeah.
bagels. Flying
A
bagels.
cinnamon
Yes.
raisin bagel?
What's happening?
Did you get a
You
cinnamon
should join the
raisin?
NBA. That
Oh,
was
this
really
is cinnamon
nice.
raisin. Now my
No,
hands are
now
all
your
over.
hands are all over it.
Jimmy's
but
got
it's-
another cinnamon raisin.
all right, that's a blueberry, Jim.
So here's how this started. It's so stupid. When we started playing your song,
Yeah.
we live on the air one day. We said, hey, we should invite people in with her and have bagels with Daigle. And then we kind of dropped the ball on that. But then when we found out you were actually coming in,
Yeah.
we said we should get bagels. And our boss, Brandon, was like,
Freaked out.
oh, no, I had to run it by the label first. And he was very, very nervous.
freaked out.
And we were like, they're
No.
just bagels.
They're
It's
just
not.
bagels.
There's no offense taken, right?
No, I
Okay.
love bagels. Okay, the first time I discovered my affinity for bagels, I was
Yeah.
in New York City. Classic.
Great place.
Great place.
Yeah.
Love it. Have y'all ever been to Black Seed Bagel in New York City?
Is it good?
Okay. My manager's like, it's the best. It is
Okay.
the best. They run their bagels through fire. So they're like charred on the outside,
Okay.
like perfectly crispy, and then the inside is like full dough. Lox bagel. I can't get
Wow.
enough. Like it is actually one of the best
Well,
things
you're
you can
just
put in your
getting a
mouth.
toasted bagel from down the hall today. I'm so sorry.
But at least it's Whole Foods.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
There
Whole
you go.
Foods. Yeah, we
there
got
you go.
cream cheese.
Got the real deal.
So you're all set with that. Where are you from originally?
Louisiana.
Okay, obviously I heard it there, and I was just kind of curious.
The y'all.
Yeah,
Did
the
I say
gives it
y'all
away.
like 900
But you know
times?
what? Y'all has become something that I think everybody says. Now, my wife is from Texas. She's from Crowley,
Oh,
Texas.
okay.
So I'll say
Oh,
y'all as
I know
well.
Crowley.
You know Crowley?
Yeah,
How do you know
yeah.
Crowley?
Well, I grew up Lafayette, so that's
Okay.
like 2 hours from Belmont, and my
Yeah.
parents had like a lease out in West Texas, so we
Oh,
were
okay.
driving all the time,
Yeah.
back and forth.
God, West Texas is nothing. It's not
know.
that fun.
It's pretty obsolete.
Yeah, East Texas
Oil
is
rigs,
beautiful.
yay!
But if you want to see oil rigs, West Texas is the place
Yeah.
to go. Oh, yeah. There's not much go. I've driven through it many times. When you first drive into Texas, you feel like you're driving through half the country because West Texas takes forever.
Yeah, we used to have family in Arizona, and we would drive from Louisiana to Arizona, 22 hours in the car. Yeah, it was pretty brutal, but it was so much fun because we got to see so
Sure.
many things in the country that like you don't really get on a
Right.
regular day.
No, that's always neat.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy to think about passing the time in a car like that with no phone.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Back then, like I
Yeah.
can't even remember
Right.
what I would do on these family
know.
car trips.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was having this conversation with a friend the other day. Now, y'all tell me if this is how it was with you.
Okay.
The other day, we were saying, all right, my mom, we grew up, she was driving a Suburban.
All right.
And we would always lay down the seats and like make a pallet or like
Sure,
put a
little bed,
mattress in the
right.
back. And we would drive down to Miami like 18 hours, just like laying in the back, looking
Yeah.
out the window, like laying down as if it
Very
was a
dangerous.
bed.
Yeah, no
So-
seatbelts, no nothing, right?
No
Yeah.
seatbelts, nothing. Like all three rows just completely flat, or two rows because they're driving, so their row can't be flat. But two rows completely
Sure.
flat, and we would make pallets, get pillows, read books.
Sounds
like
fun.
Yeah.
it was so much fun. Did y'all do that?
Well, you should hear what
growing up?
Kevin did in the trunk of
We
their
would,
car.
on Sundays.
Well, that was a game you
on
played, right?
Sundays, we would go drive, to the two towns over to get donuts at a place.
Okay.
And either my brother or I, every Sunday, we would take turns riding in the trunk.
Are you kidding me?
And we would when we would get to a stop sign, we would yell out our guesses as to where we thought we were. It was fun.
How did you not suffocate? Like my parents
was
taught me
air.
if you ever get stuck in a trunk, like pull the lights so that it
Okay.
shows,
Right, so people can see. Obviously,
yes,
you're being
like
held
something,
captive.
and
or
you're
something.
like,
That's
oh, we're gonna make a
darker.
game out of
Yeah,
it.
it was fun.
Right.
It was
Okay.
fun.
Okay,
game.
I like your family.
Well,
That
yeah,
sounds
well,
like a
think
great
about
time.
the concussive disorders this poor child has over here, banging his head around
No,
inside there. And his dad kept a bowling ball in there too, so that would just kind of ricochet around and
It's like pinball.
yeah,
Right.
oh,
Yeah.
it's tons of fun.
Drunk pinball.
Where's your head at? You're up for 2 Grammys this weekend.
Oh my gosh, I know I'm freaking out. I was
Have you
in
been up for Grammys before?
I have. I've been nominated twice before.
Oh my
Not last year,
gosh.
but the 2 years prior
Oh
to
my
that.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah, so I've been shaking all morning. I've been looking at my manager like, okay, it's happening. This is the week. This is the week. Okay, it's happening.
What
So
do you do to
excited.
prepare
So
for something like
excited.
this mentally? I mean, you prepare for if I win, if I don't win. I mean, just what goes through your head?
I'm such an in the moment person.
Uh-huh.
Like, I never plan speeches. I never
Okay.
do any of that. For some reason, this time I was like, I should probably sit down and write a little bit of what
couple of
has
notes.
really meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to forget. I think prior it was like, oh, this is awesome.
Right. Get up there
Now,
and wing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get up and wing it. I'm such a wing it kind of person. But now it's like, wow, there's so much investment from
Yeah.
not only me, but so many people around you. You're constantly thinking about how do I honor, like truly honor these people
Yeah.
that have invested so much. So I think I might actually write something this time if I
feel like-
win.
I feel like I can wing it in most
Pretty well.
instances.
You can.
But if you get up on that stage and you look out and there's Beyonce and there's Lady
Right.
Gaga, like
Right.
all of your thoughts would leave your head. You know,
Yep.
probably best to prepare.
Best to prepare. And it's so funny is because you see, like, I've gone back and watched speeches. Like Matthew McConaughey, he did a speech like,
Yeah.
I think it was 3 years ago.
We
or
know
something.
that speech, right?
I've
yes.
watched that speech
Have you?
over and over when he's
Okay.
like talking about his dad or talking about
Yeah.
like him as a child. I was like, oh,
It's a good speech.
this is such a good
Right,
speech. Like,
right,
how do
right.
people do this?
Right.
And so I think something switched in my brain when I saw how
Yeah.
impacting that one moment was. He's only up there for what, a minute and a half? Like,
Are you
don't
going to
have a long
practice? Are
time.
you going to look in the mirror or something or do it for
Oh,
anybody
gosh, no,
else?
no,
or is
that's
this a very
too much.
personal thing? Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking like writing the notes
Uh-huh.
and getting it down. And if I practice in the mirror, I'll be making faces at myself, so that won't go very well.
Okay, that won't go well, all right. Well, this is so exciting for you. Up for 2 Grammys.
you.
Lauren Daigle's in the studio. We play her song, You Say, on the radio all the time, so congratulations with that.
Oh, thank you for playing it. It's
Oh, we're
been
happy to play it.
awesome.
It's great. You're an
I'm
awesome
so
artist.
excited. Oh,
And
thank
this is like my first, I guess, time, coming to you musically and stuff. I didn't know about all the other stuff. So this is me finding you as an artist. I'm sure other people are finding
Wow.
you too.
wow, yeah.
And it's awesome.
When we started playing the song, the people texting us like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, you're finally playing Lauren Daigle! I loved her forever."
Like we were
So-
late to
Wow,
the party. We
really?
felt
It's
bad.
exciting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's news to me too.
But we didn't
were-
say it was our fault, by the way. We said, oh, that's Brandon Bell, the
Yeah.
guy who runs the music
Bagel
around
guy.
here, Mr. Anti-Bagels with Daigle. You know?
Cracking the whip. No, I was at Carnegie Hall. We had a show, I guess it was about a week or 2
Uh-huh.
ago. And someone said, I just discovered your music a month ago.
Right.
And we had this choir, it was like 300 people, and they could sign up to be a part. There were people that flew in from like Australia, Puerto
Right.
Rico, like all over the world to be
Yeah.
a part of the choir. I was like, wait, I'm still like a little swamp girl in Louisiana. Like, I'm like
You are
trying
not
to
a
put all
swamp
this
girl.
together.
Stop that.
Oh my gosh, we used
Was
to.
your house on stilts?
Now my house wasn't
Okay.
on stilts, but we had the highest house in the
Okay,
neighborhood.
so you're
they
above the
built
flood
it on
zone?
a hill.
Bragger.
Okay.
No,
I know.
we grew up in the high house on the hill.
Yes, high house on the hill.
Yes.
Huh?
No, but they could actually drive like dump trucks underneath our
Okay.
house because of how high we had to build it because we were
Because
on a
of the
river
flood
and
zone
it
and
would
stuff,
flood.
the rivers, yeah.
But we grew up like tubing and skiing and stuff, and there'd be alligators like on the banks.
You're
but
kidding me.
no, like I actually grew up like
Did you ever
right
have
down
a
the road
snake
from the
inside your
swamp.
room?
We had a boa constrictor crawl up our back door one night from the river. Yeah. No,
Oh
it's
my
real.
gosh.
Like
That's
it's actually real.
terrifying.
Did you guys
Our
eat it?
dog was freaking out. We had a great Dane.
Did you cook it?
No,
Okay.
the police came and got
Okay,
it
gotcha. Okay.
because we don't want to. I didn't want to hurt it, you know.
Right. Very nice of you.
So yeah, my aunt, she was like at the house and our dog was freaking out.
Yeah.
And she's like, what is going on? It's like 3:00 in the morning. She goes out and she is looking out the back door and she sees this thing just like coming up the window.
Oh, no.
It wasn't just a snake, it was a boa constrictor.
So paint the picture. How big, how thick, how large? I mean, is that
Boa
like
constrictors,
anaconda type thing? Or is
they're
it,
like they're probably about half a foot in diameter.
oh my
Jeez.
gosh,
and then
that's
they're
massive.
like 6 feet long. I
Yeah,
mean,
they'd
it's like
You're
a snake
terrified
that's
at
like
that point.
back.
Right.
I would
Big.
never be able to relax.
No.
I'm, like living in that.
No,
Is
I
that
eat
why
why
did
we
you
called the
move
police.
because of that?
No, we just my dad wanted more land, and I moved to Nashville to do music.
Smart.
I kind of miss it. I kind of miss the
Do
crazy.
you really miss it? Yeah.
I do. Just because, and we
Yeah.
like eat the most random things.
Right.
And
Crawfish and all that
crawfish.
stuff. Right.
But
yeah.
it's deepened. I'm like, now I love oysters and stuff like that. But I'll tell y'all, I like cold water oysters. Like y'all have really good oysters here.
Okay.
Because your water is so cold.
Is that what it, well, global warming, I don't know about that.
Oh, is
Hopefully
it?
they'll stay cold
Yes.
enough for you.
Yeah,
I apologize for that one.
I do. I hope so.
Yeah.
You're saying this like it's like a contentious thing.
Yeah,
Is
we
that
didn't.
something
We had no
people-
idea.
Okay, so cold water oysters taste completely different than warm water oysters. And where I grew up, like it's
Yeah.
all Gulf,
Okay.
the Gulf Coast.
Which is much warmer.
So the water's
Very
like
warm down
super
there.
warm.
Right,
You don't wear
right.
wetsuits. You just run in, even
Okay.
if it's December.
You heard
Like,
it here
it's totally fine.
first.
Did you want to take a bite? The bagels are here, guys.
Yes, bagels arrived.
Bagels
Sorry
are
we
here,
don't have
so
oysters for
if
you.
anybody wants
But
to take a bagel bite. Jimmy, you put cream cheese on them? That is really
Come
nice of you.
on,
We have to go all the way.
The extra mile.
set up.
If you're just
All or
tuning in,
nothing.
Bagels with Daigle. Lauren Daigle's here in the studio. Everyone take a bite. And Jill, you're gluten
I'm
intolerant, so
watch
you
you guys
talk
enjoy.
while we eat.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh,
You can, do
that
play by
is
play.
heaven.
okay.
I'm
So
gonna-
Lauren's enjoying her bagel right
I'm
now.
enjoying it. Do you want me to explain it to you so that you can like feel like you're
If you
tasting
could,
it?
yes, please. I'll close my
Is it
eyes.
okay if I do it with my mouth full?
Yes.
So that
Even better.
you get all the sounds.
Even better. Okay.
Sing it a little bit too. To make it.
Yeah, sing
This
a little
bagel's amazing. Okay, I think I spit. There you go. It tastes very crunchy.
Okay.
You know, it has a nice texture to it. The dough is really, really lovely. The nice sesame seed, everything bagelness on the outside is really, really coated thick and great. And then
Yeah.
it's just a little hint of that cream. So
Thank
you can
you.
get the toasted essence with the creamy essence.
I
Yeah,
feel
there
like
you
it's
go.
in my mouth.
Yeah, it was
Thank
really
you
good.
so much.
My bagel's on fire.
There you go. All right, when's
well,
your song
Alicia's
coming out on
hosting
the
this
radio?
weekend, so I figured I'd salute Alicia Keys there.
Yeah. Do you get to present or anything? Are you
Oh, yeah.
involved in the show?
We're doing the Music Cares program with Dolly like on Friday.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sing for that, and then I'm just gonna enjoy the Grammys. I'm just gonna sit there and soak it all in.
I know we talked about the speech, and I don't believe in like jinxes or anything like that. But
Oh, God, dude, what?
do you have
we
a
go.
gracious loser face? If you do happen to lose and they have a camera on you,
Yeah, it looks like this.
that's pretty good.
That's really good. That's not a bad face at all.
Kidding.
Yeah.
I would probably be like, yeah, go.
Just kind of
whatever.
salute the person, whoever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think there's something too that this being the first time that you actually want to like sit down and write a speech, I feel like that's a good sign. Like that's maybe intuition of maybe all these good vibes coming that you could. I don't want to jinx
Yeah.
you either, but you know,
You
could be a
never
win.
know.
Yeah.
The Grammys are like the big question mark, and like every time you honestly, it's really true how they go in and do the recording process, the voting process. It's like pretty in depth. And so when you see how people win, you're like, oh my gosh, this is like it's just, you never know where the caveat's going to come in. Like the one that just took everybody by surprise. So I kind of look forward to those moments. Like I'm going to go in crossing fingers, hoping for the best, but also knowing you really never know what happens.
Do you have any family attending with you? Are you bringing anybody for
Oh.
your family?
In
I don't know, brothers,
Louisiana,
sisters,
we
what do you got?
travel in packs.
Oh, the bus is rolling up.
They're coming.
Right,
They're coming.
okay.
I got my brother's
Uh-huh.
in-laws coming.
Oh my gosh.
Like it goes that far out. My
But they all can't get into the Grammys, can they?
I don't think so.
So you got like a Grammy viewing party somewhere at the hotel or something?
we have a big after party.
Okay.
We rented a house, and then we're
nice.
gonna have like an after party at the house and invite a bunch of LA friends
That's
and
cool.
stuff. So
That's
it'll be
awesome.
fun. Yeah.
That's got to be so exciting. It's a feeling like obviously we're never going to have. We're not artists, but for you, and this being the second time around, I hope it works out for you.
Oh,
but still,
thank you.
what a great feeling to be nominated for a
know,
Grammy and to
I
be
know.
in that mix with everybody else.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Just being in the room, like
Mhm.
it's two things. One, being in the room. Two, getting your family out for an event. Like
Sure.
it's kind of like, you know, when you're at your first piano recital as a little kid and your
Uh-huh.
you see your parents in the crowd, you're like, we made it. This is awesome.
Mhm.
But it feels like it's just a good community. There's so many rich people. Like
Yeah.
their
Oh, there's a
quality
lot
is
of rich
so
people
good.
out here. Right?
Yeah,
So
there's
many
a lot
rich
of rich
people?
people.
Oh, I'm
too.
sorry. You meant the other thing.
I
Okay,
meant
so
like
sorry.
rich
in
on the
heart.
inside.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's so funny talking about piano recitals. My son, who's 10, we're trying to get him into piano. And any kid, especially boys at 10, trying to get them to practice piano. It's like, oh my God, you got to tell them that they're going to be on Fortnite's
Yeah.
cover of the video game or something to get them to go up there or
Yeah.
whatever. But he had a piano recital recently. He did Jurassic Park, did a good job with that. I was very proud of him. And I feel, and you tell me, you take it back to your age when you're like 10 or 11 something. I feel like he really, really loves music because his favorite 3 artists, you ready? That kid's 10.
Okay.
Elton John,
Oh, yes.
Billy Joel,
Yes.
Freddie Mercury, and Queen.
Are you okay?
That kid
And this honestly didn't come from Valentine.
didn't come. I should be part of the Queen generation. And I was in high school during Live Aid, and I loved Bohemian Rhapsody after I watched it now. And I love Freddie Mercury, love Queen. My kid actually got me into it, I think, more than anything else at this late stage in life.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's amazing. My dad, when I was a kid, he would play this dollar game with us, and we had to guess who was on the radio. Well, it was his great way of being like, I'm going to listen to the music I want.
Yeah.
And it was incentive for us. Like,
Right.
okay, let me like think about the pitch. Think about the way this voice sounds.
Uh-huh.
It got my brain spinning at a young age, even though
Right.
he wasn't necessarily intending
Yeah.
that.
Great tactic. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. But it was all classic rock. So
Really? Okay.
everything that you just mentioned was like the fabric of my being growing up. We just saw Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden last week.
Fantastic. Right?
Unreal.
Yeah.
So for your son,
I know.
even that at that age to have that caliber, that depth of music,
Right.
I think it's going to be pretty exciting to see this younger generation come up. Because I feel like in a way, every kid is like going back to the classics. Like I've watched a lot of the teenagers, like I have a bunch of little friends in Atlanta.
Okay.
And they're like in their 15 to 18 stage, and they're like loving the old classics right now. And they're even dressing like 80s again,
seriously?
90s
Okay.
again. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, there's a little wave happening here. This is kind of cool. But for your son to
I know.
have
I'm
that
excited.
ear,
Right.
like what is going to come out of him? And I was the kid that I played piano one year, and then I was like, Mom, this is miserable. I just want to be a gymnast. And like, I loved music, but hated
Right.
the diligence
Right,
factor
of
involved.
practicing every day, of
The
course. yeah.
dedication.
Right,
Oh
it's
my
the
gosh,
worst.
couldn't deal. I
Yeah.
was like too creative and like bouncing off the walls.
When did you write your first song? How old were you when you wrote your first song?
I was 11.
Okay.
And it was awful. I didn't have
remember
the
any of
Adele
it?
touch. No, I don't remember anything
Is that what
about
artists
it.
say when they don't want to repeat it because they're too embarrassed?
Oh, I would make up something right now if it was bad. I didn't. I
Okay,
wouldn't care.
all right.
But I just don't remember it at all. I remember the scenario though. My parents put me to bed. It was like, all right, school night, go to sleep. And I get out of bed at like 11 p.m. And they're like, what are you doing awake? Like we put you to bed like 2 hours ago.
Sure.
And I came out and I was like, I have something to perform for you. And they're like, okay, what's going on? And I like stood on the fireplace, like mantle, and
On the mantle?
yeah, I was like, wait, that's high. What's the thing like the stoop? I sat on
Right,
the
on
stoop.
the base of the
Yeah,
fire.
on
I
the
know what
base
you're
of
talking
fire.
about. Yeah.
Mental.
I
Yeah.
stood up and I was like, okay, here's my song. And my mom,
Yeah.
she was like, I think her wheels started spinning. She's like, something's going on here. I don't know what this is about.
Do you
but-
think they realized it was good?
oh,
And that you had talent
I
hidden
don't,
inside of you?
I don't know if they thought it was good. I think they probably were just like,
Right.
huh, she's wanting to perform. Like
Yeah,
Right.
this
for
little
sure.
thing is in her that we need to just
That's exciting.
shepherd that. Yeah, like
Who
encourage
was it that came in here? Was it Michael? I want to say Bublé. I can't get his name right now. Was it Michael that told us, or who was it? They were in the back seat of their family car
Yeah,
on
I
a
think
road
it
trip
was
one
him.
time,
Mhm.
and he started to sing a Christmas carol. And that was the first moment the family realized this guy has talent.
Wow.
You know, like a 12-year-old boy or something in the backseat of a car, and they suddenly hear the singing voice. They're like, what is that?
Wow.
I wonder if that's how your mom felt
Oh.
when she saw that spark of talent.
Yeah, did he come from a musical family? Like, were his parents?
I don't even know if I got the right guy. But
Okay.
I think it was Michael Bublé.
Was it
You're right.
him?
I think
It
so.
sounded good in the moment.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
fine.
really good story, though,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is. It's a great
Yeah.
story. My parents weren't musical. I think my
Okay.
dad played drums for like 6 months when he was a kid.
Okay.
And my mom played piano for a few years, and then that was that. And she always would say, I want you to be able to take something that you can have for the rest of your life. Like
Yeah.
even music, if you want to be a gymnast, that's awesome. But come like 60, that might not be working out so well for you.
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
But come 60, you can still play the piano.
Right.
So there's a longevity here, right? And my dad, he just loved music. He was just a deep music lover and would always kind of put that on us and in a great way. And so I think it was when I was like, I was probably like 7 or 8. I would just sing all over the house all the time. Like
Right.
before, my mom would always say, before I ever could see you, I could hear you. Like when I would wake up, before I could ever see you, I could hear you.
That's how we feel about Valentine. We always know when he's coming down the hall, he's
Dude,
singing and
I
whistling and
just
stuff.
go for
show
it.
tunes and whistling.
Yes.
I'm a mile
It's
away,
a
honestly.
mess. I'm embarrassing
I
everybody.
love it. I love it.
So bad.
But I think that's what brought it
Right,
on in her. She was
right.
just like, there's something here. My brother would be like, please, for the love, make her stop.
Mm-hmm.
Make her stop singing. Because I loved Whitney Houston. I love Celine Dion, like all these powerhouse vocalists.
Yeah,
so
that's
here
hard
I
stuff.
am, like running around
Right.
the house, like screaming at the top
Yeah.
of my lungs.
That's
She's like, "Mom, I'm dying," and she would say, "No, you just never know where this is gonna go. Like, just give her space.
Right.
Just let her figure it
Well,
out."
how much did the brothers love that now, though? I mean, here's your sister
Oh.
up for Grammys, and
Right.
they're coming out to
Yeah.
LA and
Yeah,
stuff. They got to
totally.
be like, you know,
Yeah.
it's probably in their Instagram profile. Hey, my sister's Lauren Daigle.
Yeah, he comes around, like
Yeah.
he'll come to different shows, and
Mhm.
he has a third kid on the way, and
Oh,
they bring the
congrats.
kids and everything.
Yeah.
Like they're just
Oh,
like,
good.
all right, we're gonna be in this city. All right, we're gonna be in that city.
Yeah.
Okay, we're coming to meet you. It's the best. Like they're super.
Oh,
super
that's awesome. You get a
supportive.
very
tried
nice
to
family, it
stifle
seems
that.
like.
You
Yeah.
tried to limit your abilities.
Yeah, yeah. We had a red carpet event, and he came, and I think that
Yeah.
was when he was like, okay, never mind. I changed.
Oh,
my mind.
right. I changed my mind. This
Yeah.
is my sister on the red carpet here.
Yeah,
That's
he was
pretty
like,
amazing.
okay, this is a little different than what I thought. You're not just playing
Yeah.
music around the country.
Well, you were an absolute treat. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you for
Yeah.
having me. This has been awesome.
I
This
feel
is
bad
lovely.
we monopolized the time. You got like 2 bites of the bagel
Hey,
there.
don't worry.
You know.
I will be crunching all the way down the hallway. You'll be doing
Okay.
show tunes. I'll be.
Crunching on that. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, good luck this weekend. We're rooting for you. I don't even know
Thank
who
you.
you're up against, but they're a bunch of bums. And I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lauren. Lauren Daigle.
Thank you guys. Thank you.